Hey, what's up, world? My name is Aaron Hill, and this video is a part of a new stream of content for me. Wow, the birds are outside my window and in effect. This video is a part of a new stream of content, and welcome. Thank you so much for watching. This is, I don't even know what to really call this. It's part reaction video, it's part promotion, bringing awareness and bringing value to you, as well as bringing value to products, services, people, creators, and just anything that I think is valuable. And yeah, so we'll decide what this is, but for right now I just want to do it. Let's go for it. So this is Roberto Blake. I want to tell you guys about it. If you've never heard of Roberto Blake, he is a YouTuber who is very popular. He has 314,000 followers, and what he does is he teaches creators as far as YouTube and social media about personal branding, about different techniques to really be able to build a social media brand, to build awareness, to bring value is the name of the game. Bringing value to people, helping people, educating them, using all your gifts to find your niche. And so he's a person that I study as a creator and as an entrepreneur. Check him out, Roberto Blake. Check out his YouTube channel. And this is a video I was watching that's called Building Your Personal Brand from Scratch. I'm going to play a short segment of it just to kind of give you an idea of his flow and talk about a point here that he mentioned.
As you can, create as much value as you can, and quality is both technical in nature, which we'll get into, but it's also about how you make people feel more than anything. Something can be technically perfect but can feel soulless, and I think that's something that you have to really consider. They're like, true. You know what, there are creators that have some of the most straightforward and maybe the lowest production values in the world that produce the best content in the world because they make us feel something and we relate to them and they're accessible. And then there are people who go out and spend $6,000 on camera gear and they make something that aesthetically is very pleasing and they have no personality, or their personality is horrible.
You don't feel it.
And so I would just say that I'd probably rather be the former rather than the latter.
Yeah.
And I think that that might be a sentiment shared by many people here. So again, authenticity. Nobody is telling you when they say build a personal brand to be fake. No one's telling you to package yourself. No one's telling you to polish yourself in this way and that way. Most of the people who are going to tell you that nonsense, that's what they building a personal brand, don't be a Kardashian, don't be fake. Most of those people, you know what they have in common? 95% of them probably went to Harvard or Yale, probably have a pedigree that nobody in this room has, probably had advantages and access to resources that nobody in this room has. And then if you were to show up and you wanted to do a job interview with them, you would have to show up and you would have to be fake. You'd have to show up in the business suit, the business skirt, whatever it is they want you to do instead of what you're comfortable in or what represents you. And you'd have to, when you show up to work, you'd have to tell them how great their ideas are when they're actually crap if you want to keep your job. That's what those people have in common when they're telling you about being fake. No one here telling you to build a personal brand and do content online is telling you to be fake. They're telling you, go where you want to go, be who you want to be, do the thing that you want to do it strategically, monetize it so you have the freedom to be who you want to be on your own terms as much as possible. And that's the reality, and that's the truth. So when people tell you don't be a personal brand, don't build a personal brand, you're not a brand, you're not a bar of water, don't be a Kardashian, I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Because they're probably more fake than everybody in this room right now. So, there's that rant. But what do you want people to say about you is important, and let's get into strategy real quick. Context of platform. I talked about culture.
So this is true. I'm going to stop it here because there's another part where he talks about emotional connection. He talks about you can create material that's technically savvy, that has, the best camera gear and the best, editing, and where you spend a large budget and take a long time to do it. But what's more significant when it comes to social media is personal connection. If someone can feel what you're saying, it doesn't matter if you're using a $6,000 camera or like I'm using right now, just my iPhone. The thing is quality of material, it's bringing value to people, it's helping people, it's educating people, it's giving people something to relate to. and it's giving something that is pure and authentic from your heart. So Roberto Blake, check him out. He has a lot of videos, and also another person to check out is Gary V, and maybe I'll do one of these style videos, whatever these are going to be called, for Gary V as well. Yeah, so I was watching this video, and then, as you know, you get the recommended videos, and so I'm loving Roberto Blake. I'm kind of in my Roberto Blake world right about now. Just coming out of my Gary V world, my Casey Neistat world. These are amazing people that you should check out. So I get to this video. It's called "Is Hustle Overhyped?" And he talks about avoiding burnout, prioritizing your goals, and a number of things that I think are valuable, and I think that you should check out as well. I'm scrolling down, and I find here Pipe Cleaner Crafts, who is someone who commented on the video, and so I'm studying people and I'm reading her comment, and her comment says, "I hustle, I have a PhD, I still keep a day job, but I've never invested into anything as heavily as I am into YouTube. And today I do not need to pace myself. I do need to pace myself because YouTube, in a sense, is my baby, and it comes with a price tag. It has many beautiful sides, but just as any business, it causes lots of stress, to say the least." So, I can totally agree with that. So I decided to click on her channel, and because Roberto is a person that helps a lot of people, a lot of us are smaller YouTubers that are trying to find our way. And so I click on her channel, and I'm blown away immediately, because I arrive at this channel where the first thing, pause that for a second, the first thing I see is 1.4 million subscribers, and I'm like, oh my God, this definitely is your baby. And so she has a lot of success with this Pipe Cleaner Crafts. Now, I just literally found out about this right before doing this video, so in the last 15 or 20 minutes, and I took a few minutes to look through a few of her videos to study, to learn, and now to offer tips and offer my observations to help someone else. So Pipe Cleaner Crafts, go check her out. My goal is to promote other YouTubers and other products and brands. Go check her out, bring even more value by supporting her channel. And so I scroll down, and here's the first video that I see. It's do-it-yourself miniature doll house. I think that there's a lot to learn in this video, a lot to be entertained by, and so yeah, let's check this out. That's really cool. Wow, I thought it was a real bathroom before I clicked on the video. Look at the little tool. That's cool. Wow. So how you put it together. All little crafts that you either have around the house or that you can purchase. Paper clip. Oh wow, the faucet head, paperclip. Marble countertop. Oh wow. So the floss top is the sink. That's amazing. Little towel wraps. Feels like you have to have little fingers to do this. Wow. She has to put the bottles in with tweezers in order to get it right, because it's so small. That is so neat, The little toothbrushes. I wonder how many times Yeah, she probably has it perfectly now, but I wonder how many times she knocked everything over just because you had to hold your hand so steady just to put those in there perfectly like that. She should probably do a bloopers video. That would be really entertaining. I like how most of this stuff are things that you can find around the house. That's amazing. That was absolutely amazing. So the thing is, when I first looked at the thumbnail, it was because it was up close, it actually looks like a real room, and I think she understands that. Excuse me. I think that that's actually a good idea as far as from a visualization perspective. Probably now this video has 23 million views, which I'm blown away. I'm like, the thing I was most amazed about, and why another reason why I wanted to make this video is because I was amazed at her comment that she still had a day job. I'm surprised that she's still working with this, and it started making me think of other ideas. Now I haven't researched to see what else she's doing with this and how far and wide it goes, but you know, there's a couple of ideas that I have that maybe if she watches this video, maybe it might be helpful to her, or just for those of us that are putting together businesses, myself included, and ideas, finding our way might be useful. So I'm looking at 23 million views, and I noticed that when you look at the thumbnail, it looks like it's life size. So that's the first thing you click on. I think that was brilliant for her to do that, and that's a good tip if you're doing something like this. So I scroll through the videos, and I go back. One of the things that I always make it a point to do, and I think this is very important, to when you see a successful YouTube channel, to go back to the very first video. You know, for me, as I've done a number of videos, I mean, at this point I have another channel that is based on a company that I started creating backing tracks or accompaniment tracks. That's a pretty successful channel, and I did over 1,800 videos on that channel. You can check that out if you like. It's called Fruition Music Performance Tracks. And, you know, the thing is, you go back, I've made a lot of videos, but one thing that I find is very useful with what I'm working on now is to go back to successful YouTube channel, go back to that first video. It gives you confidence, it gives you inspiration. It also shows you the magic in how things unfolded. It shows you a very real person with humble beginnings. And there's just as much to learn from, you know, clicking on the most popular video that it is, you know, clicking on the oldest video. So I did that here, and this is what I came across. And guys, really check her out. This is an amazing channel. This is like one of those channels where once you get started, you kind of, you know, it's like look at the time. You know, I've been literally sitting here for an hour going through these videos because they're good, and I definitely appreciate what she's done. So the first video, how to make a pipe cleaner lily. So what I look for is what's the magic that made this pop, and this is pretty magical here. Now I'm not going to watch this video as well because I do want to keep this short, and I also want to get you guys feedback. Maybe in the future I could continue to just go through information, but this is just figuring out how to get it started. So I won't go into it. I will skip the video here.
And I'll show you how to get a massive audience onto your email list without needing any of the...
I will skip it here and at least show you this. It's a very humble video where she's just putting it together. I might as well just let it go. So I'll let it just roll. So it's a humble video. You can see that the shot that she has is a basic camera. In fact, you know, if you got a Samsung camera or iPhone, this should be inspiring. I'm not sure what she used here. Maybe she did, but I know that the quality on, you know, this was done in 2014, so the quality is much better. So this is inspiring. The thing that is beautiful, she has a great shot. It's exactly what's needed as far as just her hands. She makes it a point not to talk in this video, and I think in most of her videos. Again, I've just, you know, run into this channel 30 minutes ago now, but all the important stuff is here. And I even think not talking and just doing a good job as far as the visualization is key. This video gets right to the point. You can see everything clearly, and it's just a very useful video. She happened to tap into a niche. It seems like I haven't checked out any other pipe cleaner channels, but I know that, I mean, this makes sense to me, you know, why she's bringing value by bringing something that's nifty. This is something that you can clearly see from her channel that she has a passion for, and she's working with what she has, and I really appreciate it, and it's a lot to learn from this. So this video got 128,000 views, and more than likely she realized, like, this is something that you know, people would find value. It's really neat. It's really neat. So it's about 2 more minutes. I think this is entertaining watching it, so I don't want to stop it. I looked at some of her other videos, and I'm assuming that this is also a part of her niche as well, just as you saw in the first video, just making really small things that are like things that we use in life, but just making them really small with normal objects around the house and that kind of thing. And so I was wondering, as far as expanding on the business, I was curious to say, you know, when she says she has to keep, you know, a day job, that could either be for a couple reasons. Either that could be by choice, you know, it could be about security and life and planning. It also could be that this is successful, but, you know, it could be that it still doesn't pay the bills. Who knows what it is, but it got my brain to thinking. And I was wondering, I said, you know, what will be the next step after having the success of something like this in a niche? And, you know, one success is that people are loving, you know, watching how this is created is very fascinating. The next thing I guess I would do is create a number of these products and actually just set up a store where people can just come and purchase these already made, because you have the people that really enjoy it from the perspective of them being, you know, following the examples and making it, or maybe they already had it as a hobby, and she just does a great job of doing so many different variations of objects with pipe cleaners. But then you have the other people that are just pure admirers that would like this, and they don't want to make it, they just want it. So, you know, I'm not sure if she does, but if she had a store, I think it would be absolutely amazing. But it also makes me think about ideas related to this and where you could go from here. So, yeah. But with that being said, you know, I came back to the channel and I looked, you know, kind of browsed through a number of her videos, and I said, wow, this is pretty amazing what she has available. And this is a good, it's entertaining. Oh, another thing I want to mention too is, you know, looking at the more recent videos. Now, of course, this is obvious, but I like watching the progression because it teaches you the nuances. You know, from the very beginning, she had a basic camera setup like this. I don't even have this on a tripod right now. Like, as you guys can see, you know, I'm a musician as well. I'm not just renting out a studio just to do this video. And this channel, by the way, just a quick pause. This channel that you guys are watching this video on, you know, depending on what time or at what point you run across this video, it's either going to be just the Aaron Hill's music channel, you know, with the banner that just says keyboardist, optimist, and, you know, producer and humanist, or my new brand, which I'm working on right now, and why I'm doing this video, because my channel now is going to be devoted to music, motivation, information, education, and humor. I'm a full-time musician, but what I've realized, and what I'll be taking you guys on the journey of, to let you see my journey as well as to help you, is that music needs, even though music has been my full-time life, and I've worked in an industry where it was mostly about writing a great song and, you know, recording it, producing it, polishing it, putting it out there, and trying to get as many 99-cent downloads as possible. That's one side of the coin as far as making money as an artist, and a musician, and the other side is, you know, getting calls for big gigs. I've done a lot of stuff on both of those sides, but the industry that we live in now, you have to expand, and there's more to my personality than just music. So hence the video, and depending on when you're watching this, the banner, you know, and the channel will be reworked and have a facelift. And it's about those things that I mentioned: music, motivation, education, information, and humor. So I'm looking at these videos, and I'm appreciating when you look at the most popular. In fact, while I'm at it, let's go to most popular video, and it was 53 million views. Okay, I watched the miniature phone cases, iPhone. That's 41 million views. So a few things to point out. Now it's obvious. Sorry about that. These ads, I get that too. We'll talk about that as well, and some good things I've learned about ads and how to strategically use them. So this video, 41 million views, and I want to point out a few things: lighting, camera and quality, angles, the flow of the video. Her first video was just a very straightforward video, which is, and I'm not saying that at all to give a negative connotation. That actually is how you win. It's authentic, it's straightforward, and it was amazing. The inspiration is that it was just done with a humble camera, and here we are, 1.4 million views later. So here the lighting is different. Here you have, I like how she did some extra shots that also give it an entertainment value as well. That's something that you want to add as things go on. So anyway, let's check out the video, at least part of the video. Let's keep it rolling. Oh, music as well. Those are neat. Look at the background. I'm guessing that's green screen. But if it's not, the background's changes colors. Entertainment value is beautiful. I can understand why this has 41 million views. Now there's one thing in here that's totally off topic, but this is a part of my flow, so in my channel, so you'll see. Music. So those of you that don't know why I just did that, that'll be actually another video. Musically, something happened there that was a little interesting. Look at that, that's cool. Okay, printable and available. So I'm wondering if these are, if she has this through her site, or if she now just directs and brings value to another product in order to, you got the pink background now. So that gave you a nice change in feel, vibe, and appearance. She's doing a good job at the close-up. And she doesn't have to say anything because she's taking her time moving through the movements very intentionally and making sure you can see everything clearly. It's a musical thing happening that's interesting. It's one little thing. So this is really, really cool. I like it because I feel like I can do this. I mean, she makes it, really easy, and she shows you how practical it is to do this. She's mastered the art of being able to give clear directions without ever saying a word. But yeah, you have very few questions, when you finish watching this video. Wow. She made a mold out of a highlighter top. That's amazing. White background. So you constantly get a change in stimulation from the solid background color changing. neat. Little camera hole. The music keeps the flow going. It keeps it preppy and bouncy feeling and light and makes it feel fun. So that's important. I like how she used the ruler earlier to show you accurate measurement. That might be something that you forget early on, but you learn over time. The thing about these kind of videos, you can't assume anything. You have to, any little thing that's a part of your knowing, because it's just what you do, you have to make sure you don't forget it. And I mean, like, all the way down to, okay, here's how I remove this in order to keep it clean. Or, I mean, you have to really be mindful of that kind of stuff. She's using the ruler, but it also shows how much space you're taking up as far as measurement too. Wow. I wonder how long it actually took her to do this before editing, you know. Wow. You can create any designer case that way. That's amazing. That music thing again. It's one spot where the music keeps doing a little weird thing. I know, totally irrelevant, I know. See what key that's in. It's in the key of F major. Anyway, yeah. So that was really cool. There's a lot to learn from that video and a number of her videos. So I guess I'll wrap it up here. So, you know, overall recap, check out Roberto Blake. Make sure I got it. Yeah, check out Roberto Blake. Go on and check out Pipe Cleaner Crafts. B, it looks like there's a B at the end of that. And show her some love, bring more value to her and her channel by your support, as well as Roberto. And yeah, you know, all overall, this video, as well as other videos like this, are about tips. They're about my opinions. They're about reaction. They're about education, information, you know, humor, which is subjective. But most of all, they're about being genuine and just kind of letting you guys in. With that being said, I got a lot of other stuff to do, so I gotta keep it going, and I want to keep making videos like this. So thanks so much for watching. Subscribe, you know, all that good stuff. You know the deal. I'll see you guys soon. Aaron Hill. Peace out, everybody.